We're trying to brighten things up because these are dark times. And, Americans know that, it's not when, it's if there is a terrorist attack. And that is what is so frightening. And it could be anywhere. And that's what it is. It's terror. You have these people who came in New York, specifically LA and Philly. I want to talk about that because they entered the U.S. in 2023, we've learned, using the CBP app. They are enabled, incentivized under Joe Biden's policies here, and then fully vetted, but then flagged later. These gaps are causing people more tension and more fear every day, and the terrorists know this. And sadly, the thing, like I said, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen, but when, Morgan.
Yeah, God forbid. I've been warning about this for at least the past year and a half, when I said, look, ISIS Khorasan has a foothold in every province in Afghanistan. ISIS was, of course, the entity that was able to kill 13 of our best young men and women in August of 2021, when Biden had that chaotic and disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. And we've only seen things get worse. Multiple times in 2024 alone, the FBI director has testified about flashing, blinking red lights about the imminence of a terror attack in the United States. And we've been incredibly lucky so far. We were able to take those, to arrest those Tajiks, of course, that you're talking about, the ISIS-K affiliates that I was just referring to.
That's right.
But we know over 300 suspected FBI terrorists on their watch list have entered the U.S. They have been apprehended. But what about the number of terror suspects or terror affiliates that were smart enough not to get caught? Right? These are the gotaways. These are in the unknown numbers. So the FBI director is telling us that there are blinking and flashing red lights that point to a terror attack. We know we have an undefended and open, porous border where this happens.
And saying we're lucky, it's so true. And it should not be the case when it comes to national security. As you know, being at the State Department and knowing that the people across this world that want to do harm to Americans, none of it makes sense. We throw up some of the latest numbers, as you just talked about. It's not just the people that they're detaining, it's the ones who we have no idea. And the problem, too, is when you look at these numbers, just going up and up, 169. This is unsustainable. This is Joe Biden. At the end of the day, when they are talking about now possibly doing something on the anniversary of DACA, more amnesty, I don't know how they're running on immigration still, Morgan. It's perplexing.
It's perplexing. It's irresponsible. And by the way, it's not even where Americans of Hispanic descent and origin, where they feel comfortable. Very rarely do you see in a general election that immigration and the border is a top 3 issue. And you see that now in a general election. And that's specifically attributable to Joe Biden and his team's terrible handling of our southern border. And by the way, it's not just the crime. It's the drugs coming over the border. It's the human trafficking. I actually go to the border about once a quarter. I just got back a few weeks ago from Yuma, Arizona. And when you go, the first-hand accounts of what happens there, the women, the teenage girls, and even the children that are trafficked multiple times, that are sexually assaulted, that are raped, yes. There is nothing humane or safe about this border policy.
No, and the left loves to say that they're, for women's rights. So, well, these are the most innocent that are being, as you said, raped and assaulted by cartel members, and then they're sold into a sex slave. I mean, these are the lives of these young and innocent people that they purport to claim